We have some major updates on mixed martial arts, starting with the news that Jon Jones makes an entrance to the White House while still mocking Tom Aspinall's eye poke.
Rolling up here for DBX4.
What's going on, DBX4? I'm excited to be here. What's up, Nashville, Tennessee?
How do you have a better entrance than this to the White House, Johnny Bones?
We got to do it right. We got the beautiful horse with the eye patch on. We're having a good night.
Here it is, DBX4. Let's get this party started. Hey,
Next up, we have Rampage Jackson saying Jon Jones trains eye poking as part of his defense system.
I'm gonna tell you something about Jon Jones. Jon Jones is the most methodical fighter that ever stepped foot inside the UFC. His mind is totally different from ours. He knows exactly what he's doing when he does it. He knows exactly what he's doing. I know he trains that shit. I know that's his defense mechanism. It is. It's when you're advancing on him and you get
away so that you can't reach me. I got this long run. You can't reach me. You know.
And I can poke you in the eyes. He's doing it on purpose. He's done interviews about it.
And said he did it on purpose?
He said, yeah.
Stop. He ain't said that.
Yeah.
I want you to show me the interview where he said, I do it on purpose.
I saw a clip the other day. You can tell. You can look. And he said it might be illegal and stuff like that, but he said, hey, it works. He does it on purpose. Trust me.
You really believe he is the most methodical, most strategic fighter that's ever fought in the UFC?
Ever.
I just think we're all fighter honor.
I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, he comes out with insane game plans all the time.
I do poke people in the eyes, and it's very illegal, but I do it. It's like if someone's coming at me, I'll just put my hand on their forehead, and a lot of times they end up missing the punch that was intended for my face, and sometimes it lands in people's eyes, and people hate that. They're like, Johnny, you're a very talented fighter. You don't need to use an illegal tactic to be successful. I try to tell people it's not intentional, but now I'm kind of known for it, and it's working.
Here we have Tom Aspinall's dad giving us an update on his eye.
And he got us a private appointment at Ciryl Hospital to see an eye specialist yesterday. He kind of basically did the same as the guy that we saw over there, said, it's bad, it's not good, but his eye is a little bit more closed than it was. His right eye still can't see anything. He said it's just grey. And they tested him on words and he just couldn't see anything. His left eye, 50%, he went down about 4 letters and then couldn't see the letters. So one's really, really blurry and one's still not working.
Henry Cejudo advises Tom Aspinall to find the best eye specialist to determine his recovery time.
I ended up going to actually Sean O'Malley's eye doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like how convenient, right? And he was able to kind of pull up the technology. And actually, I brought some of Tom Aspinall's good friends. His name is James. He's with what's his name? James. Yeah, James Mystery. So he was able to see a little bit of what truly happens behind the eye. But this guy has all the gadgets. He's able to say, all right, this is what's causing you to see double. And he's legit able to pinpoint it. It's so cool, bro. It's so cool to see, like, get to know the eye. The eye's kind of like a world, bro. Like you see a little bit of the world then, and you know, you can see the damage on it. So if I'm also Tom, I'm probably looking at finding the best specialist to see, you know, to see how long it's going to take in order for him to come back and compete. But looking back at it now, like what do you do with eye pokes? It happened to me and it happens to everybody. And the Nevada State Athletic Commission, they need to step up and say, automatic 1 point, second time you do it, disqualifications, like no more.
Brian Stutter, a sports medicine doctor, explains why Tom Aspinall's eye poke was more serious than it looked.
From your vantage, and I know you weren't there in Abu Dhabi, but from your vantage point and from your expertise, what did you see? How was it all handled?
What I saw was a mechanism, a moment, a foul, right? That clearly can cause, even if it's not specifically a big, bad, severe injury, can clearly cause enough visual impairment that the fight should be stopped. And that's really what I think you have to focus on. Everybody seemed to be latching onto the fact that, you know, even at the hospital afterwards, right, the doctor said, well, there's no serious damage. People saw that his eye visually looked okay. The doctor that was there covering the fight said the eye looks okay. And there's a big difference between something looking okay and something functioning okay. And when you get knuckles dug deep into your eyes, not just on one side, but on both sides, that is plenty force. That's plenty trauma to cause your eye to not function the right way, even though it might objectively look okay when the doctor is there at the ringside examining it. And so I think it was handled perfectly. I think, yeah, the eye visually looks okay, but in those circumstances, you have, number one, a foul, you have a mechanism of injury, and you have a fighter that's telling you symptoms. It's telling you they can't see. And if you can't see, you can't protect yourself. You can't protect yourself, the fight can't continue. So it seemed very, very straightforward to me.
Now let's get into some fighters' reactions and opinions on the Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane fight.
Yeah. I'm on both sides. I think one quit, and I think the other one is a quit. And the other one, I think this is a fucking cheater, brother.
Have you ever had a bad eye poke?
Yes.
What's the worst one you had, and when was it?
2017 against Brian Ortega.
Okay.
Was a huge eye poke, and I was not seeing. It fucked up my vision, so I got some bad stuff from this, you know. So during the fight, I was not seeing.
Yeah.
But I was very young, and I was very young on my career in UFC, and then I thought, man, I didn't even know that you could quit. You know, nowadays that people ask me like, hey, UFC ask me, hey, do you wanna fight this guy? And now and then I say no. Back in the day, I didn't thought that was possible, you know. I had 5 minutes to recover, but then I was very young.
Yeah.
The audience, the crowd started to boo, and I say, hey, I have to get back.
So the crowd impacted.
100%. Yeah. So I think Ciryl Gane did that multiple times.
Exactly.
In multiple fights, we have seen.
It was the second time in that fight. Night. So I think I've heard a lot of good ideas. I think instant point for the first eye poke, no matter what, and then a percentage of purse on the second one in the same fight.
Whip him, brother. After, you know, 3 times each fall.
If they start coming for your money, bro. Money talks.
Being completely honest about Tom Aspinall, I think Ciryl Gane is a fucking degenerate. He's a fucking cheater. You know?
How is he a degenerate, bro?
No, I don't know. I don't know that many words. You know, I'm just trying to have emphasis on what I'm saying. You know, and he's a fucking cheater, brother. He's fucking France, brother. I hate France.
Okay.
I think he could fight, you know, but I think he made a decision,
a business decision,
yeah, because he thought, okay, because if he was Ciryl Gane, he would not stop, because otherwise he's not gonna get the title shot.
Yeah.
But he's the champion. He's gonna make money as a champion.
Right.
So from what I think is, he could fight, but he chose not to do it.
But Ciryl Gane is such a good striker. Like, to fight that guy with one eye is crazy, bro. Like, you're gonna get knocked out.
Yes, especially a heavyweight.
Yeah.
So I think he could fight, you know, but I think he made a decision.
A
business decision, yeah, because he thought, okay, because if he was Ciryl Gane, he would not stop, because otherwise he's not gonna get the title shot.
Yeah.
But he's the champion. He's gonna make money as a champion.
Right.
So from what I think is, he could fight, but he chose not to do it.
Yeah.
So is that chicken out? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. So you think he just made a calculated decision?
No, I think 100% he got hurt. Probably he cannot see with the eyes, you know?
Yeah.
But what I'm seeing is some people can fight without the eyes, you know?
Right. I mean, but Ciryl Gane is such a good striker. Like, to fight that guy with one eye is crazy, bro. Like, you're gonna get knocked out.
Yes, especially a heavyweight.
Yeah.
So,
and the fact that he gets to keep his belt and now do a rematch with pay-per-view points as the defending champion, it just makes so much more sense. If he continues and gets knocked out, his whole career could change. Look what happened with Anthony Smith.
I believe so. But we have to talk about that. You know, we have to say, okay, he made a decision.
Yeah.
Was the right decision? Maybe.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, if he could keep fighting, I would say yes.
And do you think if Gane and John Jones rematch, do you think that fight would go totally differently now? Do you think Jones would still be able to get him to the ground and get him
out? It's probably different, you know, probably not the same, yeah.
Well, Dana White said that,
but that doesn't matter.
No, I know,
because in the end of the day, that's the thing. Now ESPN is promoting Jones even more,
and John Jones has to love this shit, bro.
Yeah,
it was the second best thing that could have happened for John Jones. The first best thing would have been Aspinall got knocked out and lost.
Yeah, I think was the best thing for Pereira.
Yeah,
you saw the video of him like.
Yeah, for sure.
Aljamain Sterlin speaks again on his comments about Tom Aspinall's eye poke.
I made some comments on the Aspinall fight and how he handled the situation with the foul. And I think my opinion still stands. Yeah, you could say you don't like the messenger because I've been fouled and you guys think that I milked the injury. But fact still remains, when Tommy got poked in the eye, the first thing that he said was, "I cannot see." And we all know when you are fouled, you cannot say those words, otherwise the ref is inclined to stop the fight because that is just the way the rules are in. And so, with that said, I think he should have handled the situation differently, and I think everybody will agree with that. You don't say those words. And of course, it's a natural reaction. You get poked, you go, "Oh, I can't see, I can't see." Okay, but we're professionals. We've been here before. We've seen multiple fights like this, so we got to handle it as best as we could. And maybe that's what probably happened with Tommy. Who knows? Again, I don't know how badly hurt he was. I've never questioned Tommy's integrity. I've never questioned any fighter's integrity. But I do like to make fun of certain situations because I've gotten a very unfair share of flack from a lot of fans. I completely get where Tommy's coming from. You can't fight compromise like that. And thankfully, Tom was smart enough to understand I can't win a fight like this against a guy like this. And again, yes, I said the fight looked like it was starting to get tough. A busted nose early on. A lot of people have him as a big favorite. I think a lot of the stuff I say still stands.
Matt Brown blasts critics taking aim at Tom Aspinall after the brutal eye poke ended.
And what sucks is he's like almost in a lose-lose situation at that point. The only thing that could have possibly, the only saving grace would have been if he went out with one eye and ended up beating the shit out of Ciryl Gane. You know, like if any other situation happens, like it's a lose for him. They're like, oh, you know, he lost. They're not going to be talking about him getting eye poked and couldn't see, and that's why he lost. You know, those guys, man, I love both those guys. You know, I almost have like hold back saying like my real feelings here because I do actually respect and love both the Anthony and Chael, especially Anthony. Like I've trained with them and like we're friends. Like when I see Anthony, I really like the guy. I think he's very smart and I think he's a great analyst, by the way. I just think they're way off base here. And the fact that they said it straight away, right on the post-fight show, I don't know if they didn't put any thought into it, if it was just kind of an immediate reaction, because I think there's probably a little bit of recency bias there where they're just like, you know, they're very disappointed the fight didn't happen. And they're like, you know, in our heads, like, dude, I think we all felt the same way. How about the people that paid $80 to watch it? Like, yeah, they're all like, I wanted to see a goddamn main event. I don't care about your eye. I care about my $80. I get that recency bias, but you gotta look at this realistically too. Ciryl's Gane's finger went knuckle deep into his fucking eye.
Yeah.
In the like, this is not a complicated thing. Like I said, it's a competition. It's meant to be a fair fight. Like there's not meant to be eye gouges. Like you're not. That's why they have that rule in place. Is it because you're not supposed to gouge each other in his eyes? If that rule wasn't in place, we'd be that would be. I've always thought about this. If there was actually no rules, right? The entire strategy would be to get to their eyes or their nuts, right? Yeah. It would literally be a dick kicking contest, an eye poking contest, right? That's how you incapacitate someone faster than anything else. So it's like, you know, we are in a sport now, not just a street fight. It is an actual sport, and there are rules. When one guy breaks the rules, the other guy should not deal with the punishment for that. And it shouldn't be a no contest. It should be a disqualification.
Michael Bisping thinks Tom Aspinall's inexperience in handling the eye poke led to the fight being stopped.
I was as disappointed as anybody else. And I think at first I really was kind of on the side of, man, Tom, like, come on, you got to step up. This is a main event, this heavyweight title. Take as much time as you need, but get back in there. I think when I saw the poke and how bad it was and the fact that it compromised both eyes, it was ugly. And you're right that only Tom Aspinall really knows, could he have continued? And I think I talked to a few people about this, and somebody brought up a really good point to me that let's say that he could kind of see, but it was not great 100%. And you're in there with a guy like Ciryl Gane, who's on point. He's on point. You haven't been in the octagon in a really long time. And now you're compromised. And even if you maybe can continue, do you you know, I think there was a part of it that was like, shit, I'm not fighting this guy with not 100% vision. And after a poke like that, you're not going to have 100% vision. Even as the fight goes on, you're still going to be a little blurry. You're still going to be rubbing your eye. And if anything is off with Ciryl Gane on that night, he's catching you. He's finding you. He's already finding the mark when you had two eyes that were working 100%. So I do think there was a part of it where he was thinking, I'm not continuing this because now I'm compromised. And it's on Ciryl Gane because he is the one that committed the foul, right? I know there's been a lot of talk, and I know you're thinking the same thing. There's been a lot of talk of Tom. We're kind of getting lost in that. And whether he could have or couldn't have, it was Ciryl Gane that made a pretty egregious foul there. So that's got to be addressed.
Ante Delija says Tom Aspinall did a great job not continuing at UFC 321.
What were your reactions to how that fight finished?
I think he did a great job with not continuing, and if more fighters do the same thing, I think we can prevent the same thing from happening again. Absolutely 100%. I think more fighters should do the same thing, and more fighters should be punished for behaving that way, and I do believe we're going to stop with that whatsoever. I really don't understand. I had 33 fights and I never poked somebody in the eye, and I do believe that the punishment for that should be severe.
Last week he said that he would never fight you for the title, that he would vacate the title for you. What was your reaction when he said that?
He is a really, really dear friend of mine, and I do believe with that statement he really showed his character. I would also not fight against him for the belt.
Up next, we have Rampage Jackson speaking on how he believes Jon Jones will outsmart Alex Pereira.
I don't think there's nobody out there right now that can really like beat Jon Jones. But that being said, Jon Jones, he's very intelligent with his decision making of who he fights and his opponents. I don't think he was worried about Tom Aspinall like everybody thought he was, but he knows what type of fight he'll take to Alex Pereira. Come on, let's not be stupid. We know what type of fight he'll take to Alex Pereira. He's not finna sit there. Which is what? He's not finna sit there and stand and bang with him.
No,
I don't see it. I don't see it. If he does, I'll drop $1,000 right here on you.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, is your honest opinion that Jon Jones doesn't care about guys like what Bobby Green would say about, hey, we want to see a product, and he would just go in there and get the win, which look what he did.
Look what he did to Ciryl Gane the first time. What's his name? Gunn?
Yeah.
He just went out there and just
made it look like he had no wrestling at all.
Yeah, that's the same type of fight that he want to give to Alex. He don't care about the entertainment. He care about his legacy only.
Lastly, we have a funny moment where Bryce Mitchell asks his fans if they can fix his nose because he can't afford a doctor.
Hey, I'm in Cejudo, Arkansas right now. I need my nose straightened out. I just got it broken. It's, you can tell, it's sideways or whatever, but dude, the doctors are so expensive. They're like $2,000 or some shit just to set my nose. Can somebody in Cejudo, by the grace of God, please set my nose back straight for free? If you can fix my nose for free in Cejudo, Arkansas right now, send me a message, and I'll probably go to you instead of the doctor, because this is probably going to be like thousands of dollars, and it'll just have to be pulled and put back straight, So if y'all can help, let me know. Thank you. Hey, I wanted to let y'all know I'm doing really good, and I wasn't in any pain at all, so that was really good. For whatever reason, it just didn't hurt the whole time. But I was worried because I didn't know exactly what to do, and I didn't know if it would ever come back straight again. And that was my main concern. But I'm totally healed. Thank the Lord. God, thank you so much for healing me. And also, I apologize for looking like a cheapskate, because right when that happened, my brain went to primal survival instinct. And I started thinking, oh, man, this is going to be expensive. This is going to be, what have I done here? This is going to be thousands of dollars to fix. And it's a shame that that's where my brain went to. But that was my main concern, and my buddy did fix it for free. But I'm going to try not to be a cheapskate next time. And, I've been to the doctor and honestly have not had a problem paying with what I've been charged. One time I got a big piece of wood stuck in my hand. It was only $600 to get it out, and it was worth it. When I ripped my nuts in half. It was only $1,250. That was the best $1,250 I ever spent. So I really do feel like I was being a cheapskate, asking everybody to do it. Somebody could help me out so I could save like $1,000. But my buddy Josh did help me out, and I did save like $1,000. So thank you, God, and thank you, Josh King, and thank all y'all for your concerns. God bless you.